Hello, hello. Oop. Da-da-da-da. Hi, hi. Hi, Sid. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Thank you. Hi. Hello, hello. Hi, Horde God. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, sorry about that. I got selected for this pilot thing at work, and then I tried setting it up and it didn't work. So, here's hoping that it works now. Hi, Fuku. How are you doing? I haven't had a work chatting stream in a while, so I figured I would do that. But of course, once I came back to doing these type of streams, haha, nothing is working. I love it. Pilot stuff sounds cool. Finger crossed it worked. Well, it didn't. Luckily, I had pilot stuff as in like they're trying something new, but I don't know if it worked because I just got a error. So I'm just going back to whatever I was doing before. Please? And there we go. So we're back to just a regular old work instead. Okay, hold up. I love it when they try to implement new stuff at work. Yeah. Especially when it changes everything, allegedly. Allegedly. Or like they change things from using one system to another or one format to another. They're trying, things like fixing things that aren't broke. At least in my humble opinion. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to last for 6 months before they dropped it. We once had something like that where I think they were trying to look for, this is a completely different thing, where they were trying to look for some way to, at a different job, right? Also deal with our inventory. But the guy who was trying to spearhead this was so new. He didn't know how our organization worked at all, how our company worked at all, before he was already trying to make these changes. So of course it didn't go great because he didn't know how everything worked before trying to implement these changes. And we were like, dude, please, we're telling you, this isn't gonna work. Where am I? This one. I didn't do the laundry. Oh well, that can come later. Yesterday, I was at dinner and Gravity betrayed me and spilled Coca-Cola all over my lap. So I need to do the laundry, but I completely forgot because I passed out as soon as I came home. Gravity betrayed me? Yeah, Gravity. So basically what happened was I was at this dinner and oh my god, there's so much to tell you guys about this dinner. It was kind of insane. First things first, right? There was a bunch of like prizes on the table. They were kind of like table raffle prizes, so everyone was guaranteed to get something, but the table was kind of covered in prizes. And it was just little stuff like soy sauce or like chips, chip dip. And then there was this one bag of like mysterious something in a black kind of like garbage bag. And it was just on the table on top of some like instant noodles, like a thing of instant noodles. And this was all in front of me on top of one of those lazy Susans. And I wasn't paying attention. Okay, like, yeah, there are prizes. That's cool. I get my drink. It's in front of me. I'm waiting for the food to start coming, for the raffle to start so we can clear out the entire table. I was just chilling on my phone at the table. When all of a sudden, that black bag of something slips off of the instant noodles right into my drink, dousing my lap. And honestly, I was at the table with kids, right? There were some other kids around me. So when I heard the crash and the splash, I honestly thought it was like one of the kids who accidentally spilled their thing. So when I looked up, I was expecting someone else to go like, oh my god, my drink. And then I looked up and I realized it was me. So I went, oh my god, my drink. But of course that didn't help because, you know, I was still covered in everything. And then my poor sister who was next to me, she got a bit splashed as well. And the restaurant, they didn't give us napkins. We had those like the fabric whatevers that we're supposed to lay across our laps. So we only had that. So everyone was just kind of throwing their like lap towel, lap napkin that doesn't actually soak anything up at me in hopes that it was going to soak up some of the cola, which it kind of did. But that kind of fabric, it doesn't do a good job of soaking stuff up. So yeah, so I felt really embarrassed because here are these people who've known me pretty much for my entire life. I didn't remember them, but you know, they claim to have known me my entire life. And meanwhile, there are these kids around the table on their iPads and stuff, just watching me, low-key judging me. I'm like, you guys can't judge me. You guys are iPad kids at a family dinner. Shh. Yeah, exactly. So after a lot of soaking myself up with those type of towel things, I ended up running to the washroom to get a lot more napkin. But I was so sticky. At least my hands weren't sticky because I could wash them in the washroom, but everything else, the floor and everything, yeah, those were a lost cause. So I need to wash my pants, I need to wash my jacket that was on my chair. And I completely forgot about that until just now. So yes, gravity. Oh, and if you were curious about what was inside that black bag, it was oyster sauce and vermicelli noodles. So oyster sauce and vermicelli was what betrayed me. Good to know you don't think you've had to test the exact durability of lap napkins. Here's the thing, I don't know if those lap napkins are actually meant to be used as napkins, because sometimes some restaurants will only give us those lap napkins and not even like a regular napkin. So whenever my mouth gets dirty, I'm like, am I supposed to use this to wipe my mouth? Because I don't want to stain this napkin, because usually they're white. Usually these lap napkin thingies are like white. Unless it's like a fancy occasion, then it's like red or something. It's the same as hotel towels. I get really worried when they give me like white towels. And I'm like, am I supposed to use it? I'm very scared of getting this like stained. Luckily, what happened yesterday, once the food started rolling out, like 2 hours after the banquet was supposed to start, they did give us like napkins on a plate, but I was like, a bit late, aren't we? Is that right? I don't think this is right. Hold up. I think I made a boo-boo. I did make a boo-boo. It's okay, easy fix. At multiple 1.15 spacing. Line spacing. You know, honestly, I think some people really hate formatting stuff on like documents. I don't mind it. I like making everything look nice. Hehe. Okay. Sometimes you'll get a pre-stained towel at the hotel. No, don't even remind me, okay? I think there was like a couple of times where I would be at like either a hotel or Airbnb or something. And I'll pick up a towel and I'll see that there's something on it, and I'm like, okay, you know what? You can be my, you're gonna be my foot drying towel, because that's ew. Because I feel like some Airbnbs, they don't have like bath mats or like what is it? Like the a mat in the washroom for after you shower to step on, and I'm always worried about like slipping and like landing on my neck or something and dying. So I always put a towel down on the ground. So if I find something that has like even a little bit of stain, I'm like, okay, you're the one who's gonna act like my bath mat. Ooh. Mm. Nice. Yeah, a floor towel. I'm kind of with you on that. I prefer hotels to Airbnbs. Not only that, but I feel like hotels have a standard as well, you know? I feel like they just, because they have to set up the room to a specific standard, whereas Airbnb, it's more like a, hey, you want to stay at my place for a bit, you know? By the way, you have to do all these extra things. Mm. And sometimes they charge exactly. I don't know. Luckily, every time I've had to use Airbnb, it's usually because I'm with my friends and they're the ones with the Airbnb account. So I just don't know. I think we are usually really good at keeping everything clean, because whenever we go on a trip, the whole purpose of us going on a trip is so that we can go travel and like, you know, explore another city or something. So we actually don't spend a lot of time at the Airbnb, so there's less mess for us to clean up. So by the time we're leaving, there really isn't much for us to do other than just clean up our stuff in the bathroom, like our toothbrushes and stuff. So I've never had to be hit with a ridiculous cleaning fee, but I've heard other people have. I have a friend who was at an Airbnb for like a bachelorette party, and there was a hot tub there. And even though they didn't use the hot tub, the owner still required them to do all like the chlorination and everything. And I thought that was kind of insane. I mean, I get it. You don't know if your Airbnb visitor used the hot tub or not, so you would rather them do it. But at the same time, I feel like if I was the owner and I had a really nice place with a hot tub and everything, I would rather go in every time myself just to double check everything. Yeah, that's where the cleaning fee comes from. Then in that case, shouldn't the cleaning fee only apply? The cleaning fee would only apply if the homeowner has to do something, right? I feel like if there was a cleaning fee, they need to treat it like an actual invoice. Like, hey, I need to hire a cleaning crew. This cleaning crew is going to be $300, so you're paying that $300. I heard that people are turning away from Airbnbs now because of how much the owners are asking of their clients. Whereas a hotel's a little bit more expensive, like upfront, but you're not going to be hit with all these hidden fees, like the cleaning one you mentioned. Exactly, yeah, the arbitrarily decided fees and stuff. The hidden costs. Uh-oh. Did I? Ew. Okay, never mind, I can close this. No. I can delete that. Plus, you get free stuff at hotels, breakfast, and the soap. I think I heard somewhere that technically, I think it was like the whole thing where like technically the soaps aren't free, but no one else is going to be using them, so you might as well take it and you won't get in trouble for it. So it's like a technicality where technically you're not supposed to take it, but you know, literally no one cares because no one wants to use your leftover like little tiny thing of soap. Hi Crimson! Remember, subscribe and like this video. You're so right. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Oh, and what was it that people say? Hit the notification bell. Hit the bell notification. When you spell something so wrong that autocorrect is telling you that you even got the first letter wrong. I was trying to spell development and autocorrect was asking, did you mean re-equipment, bedevilment, resettlement, refoulement? Like, I don't even know what any of that means. Oopsie. Double like and subscribed. I think double liking and subscribing is like a double positive and that will give me a negative, right? It will just remove your like and your subscription, so please don't do that. Instead, triple like and triple subscribe. That way I can... Exactly, Crimson, we're of the same mind. Well, something's so wrong that even autocorrect is like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I've had that too. Sometimes I'll end up going questioning myself and I'll go onto Google and I'll be like, wait, how do I spell this thing again? You know that moment where you have like you look at a word or you say a word so much that it kind of loses meaning and you forget how it's spelled, what it means and all that? I had that growing up as the word awful. There was this one time I was trying to spell the word awful, and for the life of me, I couldn't remember how to spell awful. So I remember I was sitting in my dad's car. He was driving me somewhere, I don't know where. But I was trying to remember how to spell awful, and I thought I got it when I spelled O-F-F-A-L. And then I remember I couldn't even Google how awful was actually spelled because oops. Okay, there we go. Because at the time, you know, my family didn't really use the internet. And using a physical dictionary, which is what I used growing up, right? I couldn't even figure out what I was going wrong with in an actual physical dictionary because I was looking in the O's because awful, awful, is O. O like octopus. O says octopus, octopus, So I was looking through the letter O section of the dictionary trying to figure out why I couldn't find the word awful. Yeah, I can't even figure it out. It wasn't until oh my god, I think it was until I don't remember, but it took me a really, really long time. And then I had that eureka moment. I could have been in bed or something when I was like, or I could have been reading a book where I saw the word awful and I was like, oh my god, that was so easy. I know this word. Yeah. And this is when English was my best subject in school. Like that's I guess if English was my best subject in school, you guys don't want to know what I got on my math. English is just 3 languages poorly disguised as one. That's how the English language came to be, wasn't it? There's always like a Latin root or some sort of root somewhere. Oh, nice. That one was done. Okay, moving on. Oh, that was done. Okay. Math, your old foe. I was trying to explain to my brother how, because then he was saying the whole thing about hating math as well. And I was like, you know, what you're doing right now, you're gonna look back and go like, that was the easy stuff. Like this long division that you're whining about right now, that's the easy stuff. You're gonna look back and go like, wow, what was I crying about? Science? I liked I liked science until it started veering off into the technical physics and chemistry stuff. Like, when did science go from watching monarch butterflies emerge from their cocoon to figuring out how a black hole was made? I don't know, or figuring out friction and its effect on a ball rolling down a hill. I'm sure someone can draw comparisons, but I don't want that, okay? I just need you guys to commiserate with me. I've never made a volcano in science class. I feel like that's like an experiment that um a lot of people do in their science classes, or I've never even taken part in a science fair. So I don't know. I kind of wish that it made a baking soda volcano. Like, I know I can make one now with stuff that I have around the house and stuff, but I feel like it loses its magic, kind of. I kind of wish that I had that when I was growing up and doing science in science class. Oh, but what we did have was what was it called? Uh, it was the elephant something. Elephant. Elephant. Why do I want to say elephant snot? It's not elephant snot. Elephant snout? Elephant. Where basically you put a bunch of things into one of those like really long flasks, and then you mix a bunch of things together, and like this foam starts foaming out of the flask and overflowing onto a tray. So it's basically a volcano, but I think they dye it like blue and stuff. Science experiment. Elephant. Elephant toothpaste. Elephant toothpaste. Why is it called elephant toothpaste? Why is it called elephant toothpaste? Because it resembles a tube of toothpaste big enough for an elephant to use. Fair enough. You can always buy volcano kits. Okay, honestly, I have bought well, what is you know those kits where they give you like a basically this huge chunk of like sand or something, and you're supposed to use a little shovel to dig out like little rocks or little quote unquote dinosaur bones. I have done those ones, like even as an adult. So those ones are kind of fun. Really messy, but really fun. Never let the magic die. Yes. Just like Santa Claus. Don't let Santa Claus die. The kids are worth doing even as a hand cam. What else would I want to? What other sciencey things? What other experiments have I done? Oh, definitely the magnifying glass one. It was so dangerous. The sun through a magnifying glass and burning something. You know, it's fun, but so dangerous. The problem with some of those kits now is that they're so expensive. Like if you get like an official branded one. Oh, actually, you know... Okay, this isn't really an activity kit though. This is just giving me a bunch of rocks and a magnifying glass. Oh, you know what class I had a lot of fun in back in high school? I had a lot of fun in... What's it called? Mechanics? Was it mechanics class? I think it was mechanics class. Where we got to make our own little toy car. So we had to make the little battery and like the circuit boards and everything, do all the soldering ourselves, cut out all the aluminum ourselves and then bend it all and put it together, riveting. All of that was really fun. Blood test to find out what... I actually don't know what my blood type is. I can probably figure it out with my records, but I actually don't know what my blood type is. Huh. Do you guys believe in the whole blood type denotes your personality thing? I guess it's the same as like the astrology signs, right? Because I don't know if I believe in that. But I know some people who really, really do. And some people who are really good at basically meeting someone and immediately going like, oh yeah, you're an Aries, you're a Scorpio, you're a Sagittarius. And I'm like, what? And I thought I was good at that, okay? Growing up, I was actually into those star signs and stuff. But then once they started talking about like sun rising and moon landings and dawns and dusks and stuff, that was when I got lost. You're an O, but you don't know which one. O negative, O positive. Fuku, as the fortune star, do you know anything about astrology stuff? Which one? Ever wants the universal donor? which one's the universal donor? It's O neg. O negative is the universal donor, I think. Well, considering I haven't been pestered anytime I go to the hospital and stuff, I think I can safely say that I'm probably not O neg. But then again, the last time I got my blood drawn was probably as an infant, so... Blood types are another type of horoscope? Yeah, I think in... I know that in, I think, some areas of some countries, I think they used it kind of as a personality thing. But I think now everyone uses like MBTI for personality. You do a little? Yeah, because I met someone for the first time last week, and they asked me for my birthday, and I told them it was like, you know, November, and they were like, oh, that's so cool, I'm an Aries, you're sad, you're a Scorps, you know, we could be best friends. And I was like, haha, this is my first time meeting you. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, yeah, we can be friends? Except I'm probably never gonna see you again? Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Never don- No, I've never donated. I've never donated. I would be interested in it. If I wasn't so lazy, dang it. Because I'm not afraid of needles. I just can't look at them when I'm getting poked. I thought that I could back when we had to get shots back in, you know, 2020. I thought I could look at it while I was getting my shot, but I really couldn't. Dude, when I was getting my shot back in 2020 something, was it 2020? I think that was when the shots started coming out. I remember my uncle going like, oh, this is nothing, there's no pain at all, and he went right back to work. Meanwhile, I was out of commission for like a solid week. And then he called me a pansy for it. He was like, why are you so weak? There's no way it hurts that much. Look at me, I'm already cooking and using my arm and everything. And I'm like, come on. A Virgo. Virgo, when's Virgo? Wait, that means if you're Virgo, say, that means your birthday passed fairly recently as well. Happy belated birthday! Yes. That's why isn't that why when after you give blood, isn't it a whole thing where they tell you you need to eat or like have some sugar in you and stuff? Eat, drink, and also every time we get like shots, even like the immunization ones, they make you sit for at least 15 minutes before you can get up and walk around again. Otherwise, you might pass out. It's a little sad when people take horoscopes so seriously. They don't want to talk to you if you're an opposite sign. That's crazy. If people did that with zodiac signs, they would have to find new friends every year. Because the thing with Chinese zodiac signs, you know, like the 12 animals of the zodiac in Chinese zodiac, is that it changes every year. Like the year changes animal. And depending on what the year is like, horoscope experts will be like, oh, if it's the year of the horse, then your best animal will be the rabbit and the sheep, and your worst compatible animal will be the chicken and the rat or whatnot. And which is why, for example, when I think it was during my mom's year, they were like, oh, this is gonna be the worst year for you. No, I think it was like this year. This year apparently was going to be the worst compatible with my mom. So then my mom was like, okay, well, what animal do I need to have with me to combat this bad compatibility this year? And it was like the monkey or something. So that's why she carries around like a photo of a monkey on her phone to combat the bad. It was a whole thing. It's a whole thing. You know this one? You're a snake. Snakes are cool. I still think snakes are so cool. Like in general, the snake is so cool. 10 out of 10 would touch a would hold a snake again. It sounds so complicated. Yeah. So next year is going to be the year of the horse. The horns. And I don't think they put out like any compatibility whatevers yet. But that kind of stuff is also subjective to, I think, the expert, right? Depending on which expert you go to, they might say like, oh, the horse is going to be compatible with the rooster, but then someone else might say that the horse is fine or not so fine with the rooster. So I guess it depends on who you trust. So yeah, if people who subscribe to like the Chinese zodiac were picking their friends based on their compatibility and stuff, their friendship social circle is gonna be so complicated. It's just a little bit. It is. But whenever people talk about zodiacs, I just smile and nod because I don't know what they're talking about. Especially when they get really into it, they're like, "Oh, Kirruko, we could be best friends," and I'm like, "Great, it's something positive, yay!" But not gonna lie, even if it is like, even if I don't believe it entirely, I do love reading things. Like back when there were magazines, I would go into those teen magazines and look at what they say about Scorpios. So So they are really fun to read about. Or like I think the newspapers also had it, right? I think I remember reading it in our newspaper, which is crazy. But I mean, I guess they put the comics in there too, so I guess it's not that crazy. Yes, the daily predictions. Those are so fun. Honestly, I kind of miss magazines. Would I pay that much for magazines nowadays? No. But sometimes when I'm out at a store and I see a magazine on their shelf, sometimes I'll just take it and like browse through it a little bit before putting it back and finishing my shopping. And of course, I do still lean towards I still lean towards like the teen magazines, the kiddie magazines, because those ones are the more fun. More fun and colorful. They also used to be on TV. Really? I feel like I would never really watch a TV channel that had it. I mean, I guess if they put it on like Chinese news channels and stuff, then like English channels and like other language channels probably have them as well. So that makes sense. Is it stealing if we read what we want out of it without buying it? I mean, it's on display for a reason, right? It's not like I'm destroying it. Have you guys seen those Japanese magazines? The ones with like the magazine is basically the wrapping for a quote unquote free gift inside. That's insane. I kind of want to go get a Japanese magazine just to see what the heck is inside. Like the fact the fact that you can buy a Japanese magazine and with every purchase of the magazine you get like another free piece of technology or electronic is crazy to me. When they started to wrap the Shonen Jumps, yeah, I remember that too. Not gonna lie, I was that one kid who was like, maybe I should try coloring a manga back when I was a kid. Like, I wonder what this manga would look like if I colored it in. So, what did I color in? Did I color? I think I colored in Inuyasha. I colored in Inuyasha for like a couple of pages, and then I got tired of it because they're always wearing the same thing. I'm always using the exact same color to color in the characters, so I got bored of it really quickly. Hi, Thomas. Hello, hello. How are you doing? You weren't good at coloring? Honestly, that was another thing, right? Not only did I have to use the same colors over and over, but I also wasn't great at coloring. I think growing up, I was too focused on coloring within the lines, or like, you know, coloring within the specified parameters, that I never really experimented with anything. So I always thought that my coloring sucked. You thought about getting a coloring book? There's some cool anime ones in the store. Really? I think, yeah, I think I've seen some. I think my sister recently got an anime coloring book, like a coloring book of like anime style drawings. But the one that she went for was very like 90s anime. So the art style of the coloring book was like 90s anime, kind of very like Sailor Moon-ish. Shading is your weakness? Same. I can do flat colors, but once it comes to shading, I have a hard time. Like, obviously, I know that, you know, places that are hidden have the shading, but yeah. But like any of like mid tones and stuff, I can't do. Why change perfection? Exactly. This down. Okay. Right there. To be honest, I actually don't know what new animes are coming out nowadays. I haven't really been keeping up with anything. Isn't most things that's coming out, like the popular stuff, aren't they all adaptations of like a manhwa or a webtoon or a manga or something? Usually the reincarnation ones, right? So many people are gonna get hit by a bus, or sorry, truck in the coming these past few years and the oncoming years. Speaking of getting hit by like a vehicle, sometimes a vehicle will be coming my way, and depending on how I'm feeling is how quickly I'll walk across the road. Like if I've had a really bad day and I see a car that's impatiently trying to cross, even though I'm a pedestrian, sometimes I'll just look at them and I'll start walking even slower. And then other times, if they're very politely waiting and they're like waving me across, I'll, you know, I'll nod my head a little and then scamper across the road. But if they're like very slowly inching forward while I'm crossing the road and they're very impatiently like slowly moving forward, even though there's a stop sign and I'm crossing the road at that very moment, nah, sometimes I purposely walk a little bit slower. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Run me over? Or mood, yeah. So one day, if you guys don't hear from me for like an entire week and I didn't mention anything, just assume that I got run over by a car. Do I really want to test that? Sometimes yes. I'm like, are they actually going to do something to me? The worst I've gotten is just someone like swearing at me. But like they know that there's nothing that they can do about it because, you know, I'm being a proper person. I'm being a pedestrian. But you know, I'm still alive, so I think my you know, so far I've won that lottery. I think I mentioned this one guy who was supposed to stop at a stop sign and didn't, and I was already halfway across the road. And then he had the nerve to honk at me. Like, come on, dude. You had the stop sign. That's one of the first things you learn, even as a kid. Stop at a stop sign. I was already halfway across the road, okay? Flirt with Truckun. Is it so much as flirting as what's that? Is there a word for it? The one where it's like oh, it's the pigtail pulling, isn't it? I act like I hate Truckun. Teasing? Yeah, kind of. Did you know that apparently there's a webtoon? I think my sister's really into it. It's I think the truck driver is the one who gets isekai'd into a new world. So he's out here just driving his truck around in this fantasy world, and people are like, what the heck is that? Yeah, the time I got isekai to another world with my truck is a webtoon that apparently. What the hell is his name? Oh my god. I just clicked on the summary for that time I got isekai to another world with my truck. The main character's name is Birito Honda Kawa Suzuyota. Honda Kawa Suzuyota. Honda? Suzuki? Toyota? I don't know what Kawa is. Is there a car brand called that has Kawa in it? Kawasaki? Kawasaki, right? Yes, Kawasaki. Thank you, Fuku. Was just an ordinary Japanese delivery truck driver until one day his truck was hit by an even bigger truck. I guess the only thing that can isekai Truckun is a bigger Truckun. There's also an anime where they be. Yes, I think I heard of that one. I think my friend has the novel on her shelf. Have they printed it yet? Or is it a different one? Honestly, it's crazy what people are isekai'd into. I feel like if I ever got isekai'd somewhere, I feel like my first thought will be, oh no. Because the fact that I get isekai'd means that no matter what I do, I'll be drawn into the plot. You know? So I feel like if I ever got isekai'd, my main goal is just to be an NPC, but the fact that I got isekai'd at all means that being an NPC will not NPC out. That even being an NPC will draw me into the plot. You just don't want to be the MC. The problem with being isekai'd is that the moment you're isekai'd, you need to know that you are the MC. Say, you are the MC. Because who else gets isekai'd if not the MC? If there was someone else who was the MC, sorry, they're no longer the MC. You are now. What genre would you want to be isekai'd into? Because as much as I want to say, here's the thing. I want to say like a school life, like slice of life type of thing. But do I really want to be the one to go back to school and stuff? Do I want to go back to school and have to redo all that? Or be like a salary person all over again? But then fantasy means that I have a high chance of dying. What's this? Like slice of life gives me the highest chance of survival. Oh, you know what would be a good genre to be isekai'd into? Comedy. Like, think about it. You get the slice of life, probably like a slice of life comedy, because you get the slice of life, but it's not gonna be like a boring day. You know, you're still gonna get hit with the comedy every once in a while. Wouldn't I be OP in a fantasy? I would, but like, you know, that's like if I end up doing anything, right? What if I just want to be like a salted fish? At least some magic is involved. See, I want magic to be involved. That way, you know, I can use some magic or something, but like, you know, magic would be so... I wouldn't know what to do without the magic. That's a good one. Slice of life comedy. Yes. Like slice of life comedy probably will have you sitting in a classroom and then the door will bust open and the MC's gonna come running in and trip over their feet or something. Fantasy one, slice of life, that's also cooking. Dungeon Meshi? You just... the one that you want to be in is just Dungeon Meshi, isn't it? Or campfire cooking. Campfire cooking is good. Coming out of... oh my god. Get Ron Mud. What is it? The Lake of the Drowned Rabbit? Okay, listen. If I were to fall into a lake of drowned anything, a rabbit's a pretty good one. I mean, I can already turn into a rabbit now, so like... you know? A rabbit's a pretty good one. Not Dungeon Meshi, but campfire cooking. They die in Dungeon Meshi, but if you can have the crew, you're set. Using your crew as Pokemon. Go! I choose you! And then you just stand back and let them deal with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, actually, that's not bad. If you guys were going to fall into the lake of drowned anything from Ranma, what would you guys want? What would happen? Because I'm sure there's probably the lake of the drowned like boy or something, right? In Ranma. What would have happened if Ranma had fallen into the lake of the drowned girl and then proceeded to fall into the lake of a drowned boy? Hi, LP. I'm doing all right. How are you? I forgot what they have because it's been so long. How do the lakes work? Basically, you fall into a lake, and whatever lake you fall into, I think you change into that thing when it's cold water, and then you change back with the hot water, or vice versa. So Ranma fell into the lake of the drowned girl. So I think every time he splashed with cold water, he turns into a girl. But when he's splashed with hot water, he turns back into a boy. So I'm just wondering, like, what would you guys want to be? If you guys got to choose which lake to fall into, which one would you fall into? And what would happen if Ranma had fallen into... What would happen if you fell into 2 lakes? The girl was a pretty good pick. I mean, Ranma was kind of a hot girl, okay? Everyone was falling for him left, right, and center, so... And what would happen if, like, a girl fell into the lake of the drowned girl? Or a guy fell into the lake of the drowned boy or something? That's a lot or a stack. Ah. Oh my god, can you imagine if it's like the Animorphs? So he gets splashed with like cold water, he'll turn into a girl, but as the water gets even colder, he slowly morphs into a guy again. Animorphs mentioned. Animorphs had like the worst book cover, okay? They creep me out so bad. Like the premise is really interesting, but man, those book covers, holy cow. Like I think 1 would be a normal human, and then number 2 would be like a furry. And then like 3 and 4 are just creepy, and then number 5 is the animal. He becomes a manlier guy, like the Fist of the Northern Star. Oh my god. He just gets more testosterone. He comes out of the lake and he's like a JoJo character. He's a JoJo. They had a footbook transformation at the edge of the pages. Did they? I don't remember those. I don't think the ones that I had like the footbook. think the only Animorph covers that I saw were the one with like the static images like slowly transitioning. I could be wrong, but I think I also had like a lenticular cover where like, you know, you shift it and it slowly shifts. Magic Eye? Hold up, let me search this up. Magic Eye. Yes, I remember these. I love illusions so much. Growing up, I love illusions. Holy cow. Wow, even the book cover for Magic Eye looks so... brings me back to childhood. That's how you learned you can unfocus your eye. I don't remember when I learned how to do that, but once I learned how to do that, I feel like there was no going back. I feel like growing up, learning how to not focus your eyes wasn't really something that people really talked about. But then once people learned how to do it, like I go to the optometrist and they're like, okay, unfocus your eyes now. And I'm like, aye, aye. And then other times I'm like, my eyes are already not focused. I'm so zoned out right now. Which is how I felt at the dinner yesterday. So the dinner yesterday was supposed to start at 6. But they were so busy talking and socializing that the food didn't come out until like 7:30. So by the time 7:30 rolled around, I was so out of it. Like I was staring across the table. My eyes were super unfocused, but I was still blinking. I was still responding to people, but my eyes were just... Meh. I was just gone. I was hungry. I was overstimulated because that mic and speaker system was so loud. I was so jealous of like the iPad kids next to me because they each had an iPad and they had like headphones on. Peak zoning out, yeah. It's the closest we can get to sleeping without actually sleeping. All right, LP, have a good day at work. That's why you're not bothering to go to the company Christmas dinner. Here's the thing, right? The Christmas dinner at my workplace, it used to be pretty good. Because it was kind of like a banquet type, so even if it was boring, at least you could sit there. But apparently this year's Christmas dinner for work, apparently it's gonna be more of like one of those stand and socialize type, where the only thing you can eat are like hors d'oeuvres. I can't pronounce that. So I think a lot of people aren't really happy about it because it's like, well, at this point, why am I going? I don't want to go. even worse. Exactly. So there's gonna be like a lack of seating and stuff. And we're gonna be expected to socialize instead. My nemesis, socialization. If you don't need to go, you don't have. The thing is, we don't have to go. We don't have to go. So I think a bunch of people are just gonna go to use up their drink tickets. Because here's the kicker, right? If they want to bring a guest, like if any of us wanted to bring a guest, I think they're charging us like an extra like $50 per guest. And that's insane. Especially if we're not gonna get a full meal. Yeah, exactly. 50 is insane. Just for appetizers, exactly. Which is why I'm like, maybe I should just go to use up my drink ticket on some soda and then leave. Did I just click something? No, I did not. Ew. Dip in and out, exactly. And then I think at work, I think they're gonna do like a Secret Santa type thing too, or like the white elephant thing. But the price limit for the Secret Santa whatever is $20, and I'm just here in this economy. What can I get with $20? At this point, I'm gonna buy them a Christmas card, and that's gonna take up my entire $20. But at the same time, I'm glad because that means I'm not expected to, you know, buy buy anything crazy. A hug, exactly. 100%. I've been seeing a lot of those posts around where it's like, I did my budgeting for the holidays, and what I'm seeing is that I can afford to give everyone a hug. Yay! There's a movie, and even then it's 25. Exactly, right? Like one bubble tea itself is already like $7, $8 here, and you're expecting me to, what? Okay, formatting, formatting. I can do formatting. This is fine. Remember when I said earlier that I like formatting? Yeah, I take back everything I just said. What the heck is this? Let's shrink that. Maybe that'll work. It did not work. Okay. Wow, I ate my words really quickly, huh? It's barely been like 2 hours and I already hate myself for saying that I like formatting. Left, right, right side. So if I do that, maybe? That's still... No. Remove space. No. Hey, Onyx. Guild reworks if guild leader's not active leader goes to the mode. Oops. I guess I haven't logged into Cookie Run in a while. Oopsie daisies. I should find some time to go back. 25. How are you doing, Onyx? I hope you're having a good day. This is... Yes. Okay. I think this works. Final exam starts tomorrow. Totally fine. Good luck! Study hard. Well, I guess if it's tomorrow, you've already been studying hard. You got this. Do I need to save this? Yes, I need to save this. Okay. Alrighty, I think that looks alright. Which means I can send it. Is it already final exam season? Holy cow. Time flies, doesn't it? I thought final exam season was like December-ish. Or does this next semester start in December? Oh. Mr. Mr. Yeah, this looks... You know what? Out of my hands now. Goodbye. I'm sending this. Wait, no, never mind. Sometimes when I'm working, I teeter between being too anxious to send something out, and also teetering on the other side is, whatever. I did the best I can. I'm just gonna send it. Okay. Sent. You haven't been on CRK because of the chaos game? Me too. I've been going through the story in Chaos Zero, but I've also been busy doing other things. Oh, Honkai Star Rail got an update with the new endgame stuff, and honestly, the new gameplay for that area for the endgame is actually pretty freaking fun. So I've been doing that as well. Vibe working, heck yeah. Be in touch. One more hour before I'm free. I'm free. You know, ever since Spirit City changed their UI, I actually don't know what I'm looking at right now. Hold up. Where is my book of... Is it journal? No. Do I want... No. Go back. How do I see what spirits I have? Activity? No. How... I have no idea what I'm doing. I should probably read the patch notes, huh? Where the heck did my... Where did my to-do list, timer, habits, journal, productivity, clock, sound, lighting, activity, wardrobe, decor, locations? Where are my spirits? Oh, it's right here. When was the last time spirit showed up? Never. Well, since my last stream, I think. The entire UI changed, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Train. Is there a train sound? Did I forget to turn on a train sound? Relaxing rails. There. Let's turn on the rails. And you know what? Let's change me to typing, you know, working, doing a little bit of work. There we go. And then now maybe another spirit will show up. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my god. I thought I sent something to the wrong person for a hot second. I was about to cry. I've done that before. I've sent something that was not meant for someone to someone else, and yeah, that was a really bad day. Luckily, everyone was really understanding about it, and it was fixed fairly easily, but man. Ever heard of the game? I have, Fuku! Yes, I have. I've thought about getting that one after I was done collecting all the spirits from Spirit City. Is Goal... I don't know, remember if it was the problem with that is I don't know. Oops. I don't know if is it like Jackbox where one person has it? Like if I have it, can other people just join it? Or you know, does everyone have to buy their own? Is just something that I am curious about. Because, you know, to be honest, I was debating between Go or Spirit City. So I ended up going with Spirit City because, you know, the whole collecting little spirits thing got to me. You got home from work, time to spaghetti! Spaghetti! Oh my god, that's probably one of my favorite, like, easy meals, like basic meals. Spaghetti, salad, and garlic bread. So good. Spaghetti now. Holy. You think everyone has to buy it? You know what? That's fair. I think once I'm done with Spirit City, I think I'm gonna go for. I'll go for Go. Because the avatars for Go are so cute. not the dry cough. Honestly, a wet cough sounds disgusting, but okay, this might be weird, but okay, a wet cough sounds disgusting, but it feels better, you know? I feel like a dry cough is really painful, whereas like at least a wet cough, you can feel your throat, like there's less friction, you know? It's because you can do something about wet cough. Yes, you can cough it out. The dry ones are also annoying because it feels like you have something in your throat. Like for me, it always feels like there's like a hair in my throat. And sometimes I will actually like use my tongue to see if I can feel a hair in there. And if there's nothing, I'll go to the mirror and I'll look down my own throat to see if I have a piece of hair in there. Or like sometimes I'll even use my finger just to, last ditch effort. Maybe there is a hair in there. Maybe I can get rid of it. But no, it's just a dry cough. Making tea, lemon honey tea, warm lemon honey tea. Gotta be warm. Exactly. We end up gaslighting ourselves that there's something in our throat. That's so annoying. The worst gaslighters are ourselves towards ourselves. Like, no one will ever lie to me as badly as I will ever lie to myself. Except for that time when my dad told me that a jalapeno wasn't spicy and smeared it all over my lips. Hashtag never forget, never forgive. If anyone asks, my trust issues came from my dad. Close your eyes, Kirruko. There's something yummy that I want to give you. Proceeds to smear jalapeno all over my lips. Your cousin did that to you? Ugh, family, am I right? No one will do you as dirty as your family can. Dude, whenever I'm with my family, I get hit with so many stray shots. Like, my mom will be like, who left all his hair in the bathtub? And she'll be looking straight at me, and I'm like, dude, it wasn't me. I didn't wash my hair today. And she'll be like, oh, it wasn't you? I'm like, no, it wasn't me. And then other times it's, she'll look straight at me. It's like, Kirruko, remember that when you're putting the new duster on the Swiffer, make sure you're putting it in through these. I was like, I know how to do it. That wasn't me. And meanwhile, my sister will be sitting next to me, just kind of laughing. And I'm like, come on now. And then another time, if more hair was left in the bathtub, my sister would go like, Kirruko, we told you not to leave hair in the bath. I was like, that's not me! Like, their first reaction is to go. Exactly. What is it? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Keep your friends close, but your enemy, they become family. Oh, another fun fact is that sometimes my dad will peel fruit for me. Like he'll peel an apple and then he'll cut it up into pieces. But then while he's in the middle of cutting the apple, he'll just spear one with his knife and tell me, open wide. And I'll have to open wide and hold very still while he puts an apple in my mouth using the tip of his knife. I'm like, one wrong move. One wrong move and I'm a goner. Yeah, so sometimes I try to take the fruit from his knife using my teeth so it doesn't actually go into my mouth. But hey, I'm still here, right? That's something. No offense and grab it with my hand. See, I think I've tried that before and then he'll just be like, hey, your hands are dirty. And I'm like, okay, can I go wash my hands first? And he'll be like, just take it. Okay. Father knows best. Take it from your father. My dad, probably. Not the parental pressure, right? You know, peer pressure, my peers have never really pressured me into anything. My parents, though, whole different story. They will pressure me into everything. I feel like I'm forgetting to do something today? What the heck? I swear I'm gonna remember what I need to do right when like my day ends. And then I'm gonna end up beating myself up for it. It can't be that important if I forgot it, right? Surely. Laundry? Right, I need to do the laundry. Yes, laundry. I need to do laundry. Oh my god. Thank you for reminding me to do the laundry. Oh my god. No, I remember what I wanted to do. Hold up. Pause. I need to print something. Um uh Can I do it? Yes, I can. Coffee? All of this? Yes, I can. I can. I really, really can. Coffee? No. This one. Yeah, I yapped about it. I yapped about the laundry, and then I swear there was something else that I need to do. But hey, I got it now. I know what I need to do. I just need to print a bunch of things. Make it easier on myself. That way I don't have to print it when I actually start working. Smart cookie. Sometimes I teeter between like thinking I'm the smartest person in the world, and then other times I think I'm the dumbest person. One day I'm a very smart cookie, and another day I'm like, what the heck am I doing? What is 1 plus 1? Pull out a calculator. Yeah. Hi. Okay. Time to start printing about 20 pages of things. Yes, the swing from genius to village idiot. I'm like, I'm a genius, and then no way, I'm an idiot, and then the moment I figure it out again, I'm a genius. I'm suddenly the smartest person in the world, the smartest bunny in the world. Hey Bella, how are you? I said you couldn't change your name back to Bella. Why not? Why can't you change your name back to Bella? Oh my god, is it like one of those really dumb things? You know those passwords where you're trying to change your password and you're like, I forgot my password. They're like, okay, input your new password. And they're like, sorry, your new password can't be the same as an old password. Is it one of those things? You can't change your name back? Do you think someone else do you think someone else became Bella while you were busy being Jinx? Oh no, that sucks. Yes, you're Jinx now. That's okay, I can still refer to you as Bella. Or Jinx. But man, that's really bad luck. Fun fact, Bella, did you know? So actually, before I don't know if anyone has noticed, but my channel name was actually Kirruko_CH. But that was because I was using a side account. My side account's name was Kirruko. So in order to switch it back, I needed to change my other account's name to something else. And then I changed, but I needed a placeholder for this one, which is why it was Kirruko_CH. And then I was like, okay, once I think it was like 48 hours, 24 hours is over, I'm gonna go change my name back to Kirruko without the CH. And I completely forgot until Bella mentioned my channel name. And I was like, wait, I needed to change that. So after like pretty much a full year of streaming as Kirruko_CH, I am now back to just Kirruko. As it should have been in the beginning. You're stuck? Maybe you can Google it, like changing your YouTube name, or actually just go on YouTube and search up Bella. If another user comes up with the name Bella, that means someone else took it. But if not, maybe you have to wait like a week or something. Uh, 14 days? Oh god, that's a really long time. Oh, it is 14 days. If you change it twice that same day? Wait, what do you mean change it twice the same day? So like if you already changed it twice, then you can't change it again for 14 days? So Bella, how many days has it been for you? You've tried every day? I guess your main issue now, Bella, is for that 14 days, hopefully no one else takes your name. I mean, I guess even if someone takes your name, you'll be fine because don't you usually add like sparkles and stuff next to your name? So that should be like legally distinct enough, right? Legally distinct, Bella. Do sparkles turn you into a legally distinct Bella? Oh, is it your handle, your YouTube handle? Yeah, I guess sparkles don't matter to your handle, huh? It's like if you have a no-name brand and then you have no name with a tilde. Oh wait, no, but Bella's handle is still Bella Eats Cake. So your handle should be fine. I think it's just your name change that's not working. What the heck? YouTube being YouTube. YouTube is great at making changes. they're so good at making changes that everyone wants. I have never had any complaint about YouTube ever. Why am I so EP? I mean, logically, I know why I'm so EP. Fuku's trying to sing me to sleep. And the music from Spirit City Lo-Fi is not helping. Does Spirit City Lo-Fi have like rock music? Rainy day incantations. Uplifting. This isn't very uplifting. Goo Goo Gaga time, man. I wish. I was gonna say rock music, but when I was in high school, the music that I fell asleep to was Green Day. I think I mentioned that before, so I don't think rock music's gonna keep me awake. Big yawns from Big EP, yeah. That's what sleeping at like 5, 6 a.m. does to you. Haha! Rabbit activities. If rabbit activity means going on my phone a lot. And also overthinking. A lot of overthinking. So much overthinking. That's thinking puzzle. I'm okay. I'm okay. Breathe. Empty head, happy life. I am so jealous of people whose head, like the moment the head hits the pillow, they're passed out. I am so jealous of people like that. Here's the thing, I get my overthinking from my dad. My dad overthinks a lot, but he doesn't lose sleep over it. At least he doesn't seem to. The moment his head hits the pillow, he's out like a light. But for me, if I'm overthinking, I will overthink everything. I'm like, what the heck? How does he do that? If he gave me his overthinking and anxiety, he should at least give me his ability to just pass out. It's gotten to the point where like I can't sleep without an eye mask on. Like one of those blackout eye masks. Exactly. Here's the thing. Sometimes I'm in bed by like 12 or 1. 12 is a stretch. Sometimes I'm in bed by like 1 or 2, but I still won't be able to fall asleep until like 2 or 3. It's my curse. Father, why? Meanwhile, my mom just hits me with the, why do you take so long to fall asleep? Just close your eyes. Like, okay, mom, thanks. Thank you, mother. I haven't tried that yet. Revolutionary, really. Put my phone as far away from the bed. Okay, maybe I have a little bit of a phone addiction, okay? You know what's also really annoying? It's like when I'm getting ready for bed, so I get into a bed, and then I realize, oh shoot, I didn't close the door. So I'll get up and I'll close the door, and I'll get back into bed, and I'll notice my closet door's open. So I'll get out of bed to close my closet door, and I'll get back into bed, and just when I'm comfortable, I'm like, what's that light happening over there? And then I realize I didn't turn off the light in the hallway, so I get up and I go into the hallway, and then I turn out the lights. I crawl back into bed, and then I'm like, did I lock my bedroom door? So I get up and head to my door to lock my door, and then I get back into bed, and I'm like, wait, but I forgot to. So that's kind of like my ritual every single night. Ah. It's not even procrastination at that point. Sometimes it's just me going overthinking. I'm like, did I lock my door? Well, I have to get up and double check that I locked the door. Good old doom scrolling, yeah. Is it? It's not doom scrolling if I'm just like on my phone and reading, right? Like, I'm scrolling, but I'm like scrolling through pages of like a web novel or a webtoon, a manhwa, a fan fiction, you know? Is that still considered doom scrolling? Uber activities? Yeah. Yeah. LP isn't here. LP is making money to pay his own bills right now. Happy scrolling? It is happy scrolling until I take a look at the time. So I'll take it. It's happy scrolling. Your parents are getting married! Congratulations! Congratulations! Oh my gosh, that's exciting. I've never been part of a wedding before. I've attended them, but I've never been part of one before. Are you gonna be part of it, Bella? Well, I'm sure you're probably gonna be part of it, right? Maybe? How exciting. You're gonna go on vacation to celebrate. Let's go! Vacation time! I love it. You're gonna be running around. Hey, road trip? Let's go! Where did my cursor go? Oh, there we go. Are we on a train? We are on a train! We're on a flying train right now. And I'm kind of surprised. I haven't gotten any new spirit. Like, I swear... Hold up. Soft rumble of passing trains from inside the cabin has a way of calming me down. See, I could have sworn that this was gonna give me something. There's the noise of the train. And then I'm inside the cabin, right? Unless cabin means something different? Like, should I be taking a photo? Reading? Knitting? Gaming? Sipping? Taking photo. Let's go with taking photo. And how goes work? Work is going alright. I have 2 more minutes. I just need to hold out for 2 minutes and I'll be home free. Ugh. Alright, shut down, shut down. Go, 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 go. go, 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 shut down. You know, like if my computer will stop lagging. Hello? Close, 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 close. And I'm free! I'm free! Hello! How y'all doing? I am free. But anyways, yes, I'm free now. I'm gonna insert chains breaking meme. Oh my god, I have that meme of myself. Have you guys seen it? Let me pull it up. I have it. I drew it myself. I say I drew it myself, but in reality, I took like really heavy inspo. You have? Yes! Let's go! And I'm free! Recently, I've also, other than playing Chaos Zero Nightmare, I've also been doing a lot of like doodling. When does... hold up, give me one moment. Woohoo! Okay, yes. Where am I? Where's my cursor? Here's my cursor. Okay. Close work. Goodbye. Goodbye until tomorrow. Yes, I'm free now. What am I gonna do? I should probably go find something to eat. Probably. Am I going to? Questionable. Did you guys have a favorite, like, after school, after work snack? Because in my family, it was always rice. Like, anytime I finish, like, food or anything, or, sorry, school or work or something, it's always, have a bowl of rice. So it was never anything, like, really, like, snacky. It was always, like, a meal. Did you guys have that? You presented today. Nice! What was your presentation on, if you don't mind? You said you did pretty alright, so huzzah! Congratulations! Honestly, I'm with you. Sometimes I just, like, I don't want to present, but sometimes it's better to just get it over with, right? Especially if you end up going first, there's no comparison. There's no one to compare you to, which is why I'm always like, I don't mind going first, I guess, because, you know, there's no super smart person in front of me that will, like, show me up, you know? So even though I didn't want to, sometimes I would just be like, you know what? I'll go first. Toast. Toast. I love bread. How representation affects youth. Fun. Well, I guess fun is a bad word for it. Well, not a bad word, but you know, like not the right word. Oh my god, someone shut me up. Guys, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because half the time I don't know what I'm saying. It went really close to last and you could have done tomorrow, but decided today. Honestly, that's a good thing in my opinion. Because now while everyone else is stressing, at least you got it over with. But you know what's really annoying? And this has happened to me before in school, is when you're like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna get it over with. So you go ahead and get it over with just for like the professor, teacher, whatever, to go like, after going through today's presentations, I decided that I'm just gonna change it so you guys have a bit more time to work on this thing. It's like, bro, what? Honestly, at this point, I don't even remember what kind of presentations I've done. I know I did a presentation on bisphenol A before for science class. I've done a presentation on the justice system before. What else? For a speech class. Oh my god, I could never. Lose me with speeches, okay? Anytime there's like a speech to be done, I'm like, heck no. Nuh-uh. Like, wait, do you mean speech class as in like how to present speeches? Like a politician speech class type of thing? Oh my god, do they teach you about how to manipulate people like politicians do? Don't answer. You don't have to answer that. That was just me being. Public speaking, you need an elective. I remember my electives were like, what were my electives? Oh god, I know I had to take a politics class. What else did I have to take? I had to take oh my god, freaking ethics, ethical dilemmas. Ethical dilemmas. Psychology. I took psychology class. That one was kind of fun because I think I mentioned this before, but for psychology class, I had to either write a paper or take part in like a psychology experiment. Or a study, sorry. Study's probably a better word. And that was pretty fun. What else did I do? Dear gosh, why can't I remember anything from my time in school? Oh, I took a gender studies class. We watched so many music videos. You're a master manipulator? Uh-oh! Suddenly I can't take Say's word on anything. Are you even really a Virgo? You don't even know anymore? Honestly, mood. Anyone asks me anything, I don't know anything. Hold up. Wait, guys, sorry. I have to go. I really, really have to go. Yeah, I have to go. I'm so sorry. Something came up. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for working through my stream with me. I'm sorry to end this so suddenly. I wasn't expecting this, but I'm sorry. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.